Hey y'all, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and we are going to a wedding this weekend, so I need to make a congratulations card. I want to do white tone on tone with a little bit of gold lace is what I'm thinking. So I went ahead and did a 4x6 card, which is not my normal. I usually do A2, but I really like this frame and it's sized for a 4x6. And I didn't love the lacy frames that I had for the smaller cards. I couldn't really figure out how to get them embedded the way I wanted. So I'm gonna go with this. I have a 4x6 card. I'm going to cut a frame out of this that I can then pop up and I'll emboss that. And then I have this, which I'm going to cut out of gold. And I'm gonna check and see if I have a regular gold, but at the very least, I have this rose gold. Unfortunately, I think that the title that I have is in regular gold. So let me just see if I happen to have in my specialty paper a large enough scrap. Let's see what I have in here. I have a thing of metallics, I think, somewhere. I just couldn't find it. I do have this, and that's not really gold enough either. I have this, which again is more of a rose gold. I'm just not seeing a piece of gold. Looks like I need to buy some gold foil paper because I'm not seeing anything here. I have gold glitter, but that's not really what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with this rose gold that I have. Actually, this might be close enough if I do it in this glitter. And I was gonna do a solid gold, but you know, like a foil gold, but I think I can do this. And it's a little less rosy than the others. Let's see if this piece is, oops, hold still. Let's see if this is big enough. Ooh, it is just big enough, this piece. Okay. So let me show you how I'm gonna do this. First of all, we're gonna trim this so it fits well on my plate. So I'm going to use some green tape. I'm gonna put this on my cutting plate here. This is the Magic Mat. I think it was a freebie around Christmas time. So, and then the lace. We'll get this positioned. And the lace is just the lace. It won't cut out the edges unless you add the edge frame. So then the challenge is to get everything lined up the way you want it, which is where the tape comes in handy, because as you move this around, all right, oops, see, every time you move, things are gonna shift. A little more mint tape on the other side. All right, I'm gonna go off and cut this, and then I'm going to cut just the frame of this out And then I'm going to emboss it in this old Sizzix from Stampin' Up little frame, embossing folder. So I'll be right back with those things. All right, well that took a lot longer than it should have because glitter paper is really hard to die cut and get all the way through. I added a shim and everything, and I still had to manually trim out all of these pieces. But it's beautiful, so it's okay. So I have trimmed this a little bit because I wanted it a little smaller than the card so it gets that layered look. I really want sort of a tone-on-tone layered look, so I'm just going to glue this down. I'm just going to do the edges. My glue's not cooperating very well. There we go. And my daughter is downstairs writing thank you cards, finally, from her graduation, and just told me she needs 9 more cards. So I'm going to have to come up with a very quick design to make 9 more cards. They're going to be real simple, I think. I think I will die cut the thanks, and let's see, I know this is going to line up perfectly. And just slap it on some pretty paper. A little bit of a loose flap here. I like that look. And then that is going to go on here. It might look a little fuzzy. Is that a little fuzzy? It's okay. And then this, I think I will pop up on the inside. So I just used one piece of paper for this. I could have done 2 separate, but I think it's fine. All right, let's get this on there with my little layered look. It is a very thin line, but I think it still gives you the multi-layered look. This I'm going to pop up. Is that going to be enough? Maybe one more in the middle for support. All right, that's going to go on there. And then for the, I thought about fussy cutting this out, but I think it would look better if we do another layer. So I'm going to trim this. I was going to look for some dies that would work, but this is a complicated, it's very long and skinny, and so I don't really have a die that would work with that. So it's just going to have to be manual, which means it won't have any stitching or anything in particular, but that's okay. I think maybe we can do special. Ooh, that's not straight at all. I think we can do maybe some special interesting. Oh, that's because that's not straight. Let's trim this way a little bit. There we go. I think we can get a little bit more off this end. I want it pretty trimmed down. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to put it on a piece of gold. So we're just getting those layers upon layers upon layers. Now, the question is, do I want to, I do like to corner round. My scallop is not working, it's jammed. I'm gonna leave it. I was gonna do, and I'm gonna do just a tiny gold. I was thinking about doing fancy corners, but I'm not going to. I'll have to trim that a bit more. I think that looks pretty good. I think that's nice. Okay, let's stick this down. Should fit in there perfectly. And then I could layer this again. Yeah, I think we'll pop that up, but a thinner layer. Yeah, I think that's thinner. Then the question is, do we want to add any bling to it or not? I have sequins and I have, let's see if we have gold stickles. I have this gold. I don't think I have gold stickles, but I do have this nice warm gold. Yeah, no gold stickles. I don't think, but I have these. just those three. We're gonna like little gold pearls. All right. Here is my wedding card. I think it's kind of pretty. And now I'm gonna go make 9 thank you cards.